secondly is where we ended previously. And allow me to say greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Then now, secondly, what does secondly mean? Secondly is the a way in which a present second way in which the present value of an annuity can be understood. Present value of annuities can be understood as a lump sum of money that is presently owed and that will be settled by a series of equal payments in the future at a given rate of interest, with the first payment starting one period after the debt is incurred. What is very important, the fact that the person presently is owing money now, not in the future. Previous scenario, it was the person that invests money presently, then after he wants withdrawals from a certain period for the next number of months or number of years. Now, example 3.6 says Mr. Jones paid a deposit of 5,000 on a car that cost 54,500. Now, meaning 54,500 minus 5,000 will give us the amount of 49,000, meaning Mr. Jones currently owes 49,500 and he owes 49,500 with the balance that is paid over the next 5 years, meaning he paid only 5,000 and the next balance will be paid over the period of 5 years. Obviously, that will be paid every month. Now, how is he going to pay this? If the interest is charged at 21% per annum compounded monthly, what are his monthly installments? Meaning he's going to make monthly installments paying the amount that he owes presently. That is what is owing presently. Then he's going to make monthly payments or installments. The interest rate is 21% compounded monthly. Then after, we need to know how much interest was he charged. Remember, this is the amount that he was owing, but when he makes this payment for the next 5 years, they will end up being above that amount of money. Why? Because of the interest that will be charged. But we'll deal with that and we're going to calculate it for you and show you how much interest was he charged over the period of this agreement that he had. Now let us continue on that same note. Then now we are calculating the installments that he's going to be making. We know how much he is owing. Then now let us just clear this page, previous page. We are doing 3.6, example 3.6, plus minus 49,500 is the amount that he is owing, which was from 54,500 minus 5,000 plus. But please do this calculation above, don't show it here. This is how much Mr. Jones is presently owing, and the interest that Mr. Jones will be charged over the next 60 months. Remember, 5 years is a total of 60 months, which is 5 times by 12, because it's going to be making monthly payments, meaning 60 payments over the period of 5 years. 60 months is equal to 5 years. Then what are we calculating? We want to know how much are the payments that Mr. Jones is going to be paying over the period of 5 years. We are calculating PMT. Now, calculating PMT, let's go to our calculator. I'm just excited with the calculator this time around. What are we calculating? Solve for, there on top, solve for PMT. Make sure that is PMT. Interest frequency or payment frequency, it is monthly. They're going to be paying monthly, compounded monthly, and present value 49,500. I think it is 49,000. Yes, 49,500 the present value, and is 60. Interest is 21%. What are we calculating? The present or the PMT, 1,339 rand 14 cents. 1,339 rand 14 cents. So this Mr. James is going to make monthly payments of 1,339 rand 14 cents. For how long? For 60 months. For 60 months. So now we are very clear with that. Then now we need to know how much interest is he going to be charged. How much interest is he going to be charged? Then we need to say now interest is equal to 1,339.14 times by 60, which is the number of payments, minus the amount that he was owing, which is 49,500. This was the cash value that he was owing. But let us look at the total payments that he made. 1,339.14 times by 60. Do you see how much is he paying? He is paying 80,348.40 cents. 40 cents. We can see that he is paying too much. 49,500. Over the period of 5 years, he paid 80,000, yet he was owing 49,500. This is what is happening in our current generation. 30,848 is the interest that the bank has generated over the period of 5 years, only for this one client, only one client. Imagine how many people have cars. And they are paying these huge lump sums of money. And remember, this 49,000 is this is a small interest rate. This is a small payment. Most people, they pay from plus minus 4,000 of the monthly premium up to even 7,000. I'm sure most people, majority, they are between 4,000 to 5,500, just in general. Majority of the people paying cars. And now imagine paying this for the next 5 years. How much interest are you giving the bank for the next 5 years? In simple terms, we are saying this is the potential savings. In other words, if this person could have saved this amount of money in his bank account, then after 5 years is able to buy this car cash with a value of 49,500. Now, hence I said in the beginning that savings are quite important. Preferable or best to save towards what you want than giving too much interest that is going to the bank. And this is just interest, which is income to the bank. Remember, accounting says for every debit entry there is a credit entry. Now I want to bring something to your attention, of which I will do it in the recording after the next recording. The minute we know how much we are going to pay, then we can at the same time want to know maybe a balance after the 19th payment is made, or a balance after the 35th payment is made. If you want to know that, let us say you're like, okay, how much will I pay? How much will be the balance after 27 payments are made, or a balance after the 35th payment is made? How much will be the balance? Our calculator can help us on that, and that function is a function called AMRT. Is called amort. So now, meaning if I know how much I will be paying, and I know that I'll be paying for the period of 60 months, and I know the interest, and I know the PV, I can also check how much will be my balance after 17 payment, if 17 or 35 payments, whatever the number could be. Let us say you know that, okay, in December such and such a year, or in such a period, you will receive a lump sum of money, and you want to use that lump sum to settle your debt. You can like, okay, 9 months down the line I'll have 15,000 or 20,000. How much will be the balance in my account after my 7th payment is made, or after my 8th payment is made? So now you can do that through the button called amort in your calculator. And that button in your calculator, it is below the N button. If you see where N is, below N there's a button that says AMRT, which is called amort. And now for you to use the amort function, you need to make sure that your calculator memory is not cleared, meaning you still have this in your memory. You have not cleared your memory. Then after you can say amort, press the number that you want, meaning the payment number after is made. Maybe you want to know a balance after that the payment number 35 is made. You can just say, after you calculated your PMT, you can just say amort. Then after you said amort, it will say amort P1. You scroll down, use the arrow. You see the arrows there that are next to the second function button. There's an arrow that goes down. You press that arrow there. It says amort P2 equals 1. Then where it says amort P2, remember it means the payment number 2. Then you change that. You press the number that you want, meaning the balance and number that you want, meaning if you want the balance after the 35th payment, then you say under amort P2, you say 35. Then you press the button enter. If you see the button that says DEL, which is delete, above this button there's a button that is written ENT, which is enter. Then you said 35, you press enter, so that it says amort P2 equals 35. Then you scroll down again with the arrow there. After you scroll down, it will give you the balance. Then that will be the balance after the 35th payment is made. You can do that with all other balances that you want to calculate, but I will introduce you that to the second next recording after this recording. Then I'll show you how the very powerful button, which is amort, can help you to know how much the balance may be after 40 payments are made, how much the balance after 24 payments are made. Then that is very powerful, so that you can make us, if you want to circle your account in 2 years, then how much will be the settlement amount in simple terms. With that, guys, you've been wonderful students. Once again, within 12 minutes, I can leave you with those words and say, await for me when I come to this second last recording, which I will number this one to be 3.6.1, and it's very important one once again. And this recording, what is very lovely about it, to highlight it before time, what is very lovely is the fact that now it comes to this one that I highlighted red, because when this is not through, then we can use BGN. I said before, when this is not through, sometimes we can use BGN. And when we use BGN, we use BGN in this instant of this exercise that we're coming into, which is under 3.6. So now this is when we'll be using BGN, because the next payment is not one time interval after, it is in the same time interval. Therefore now, because in the same time interval, therefore now BGN button is currently used. Thank you, guys. You've been wonderful once again.